Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Who's on the call? Is that Darren? Let me say it again. Yeah. I'll tell you later. Do I care? Do I really care? Huh? Do I really care? I think you might. My little hair is really low. Yeah. How many people here talking? Things still change. Oh, no. No, this will be quick. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Aye.
Shalene, did you need to sign up? Thank you. Thank you. Well, I didn't want to leave you out. See, we have a quorum. Oh, everybody needs to turn on their microphones. Seeing we have a quorum, I will call to order the City of Kemah City Council meeting and Kemah Public Facilities Corporation, September 3rd, 2025 at 6 p.m. The first thing on our agenda are the pledges.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. Pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Next, we'll have a moment of silence. And next on the agenda is the invitation to address council, and we did not have anyone sign up tonight. So we will move on to proclamations, presentations, awards, and community spotlight. Tonight we have a proclamation recognizing Finance and Accounting Appreciation Week, which is September 14th through 18th. And I think Ryan is going to come up or Leanna. Which one? One of you. That's it. financial stability and effective operation of local government depend on the dedication, skill, and integrity of finance and accounting professionals. And whereas these individuals manage public funds responsibly, prepare budgets, track expenditures, conduct audits, and provide accurate, timely financial information to guide decision-making. And whereas the City of Pima's finance and accounting team demonstrates unwavering professionalism, attention to detail, and a commitment to transparency and accountability in managing taxpayer resources. And whereas their work ensures compliance with state and federal regulations, safeguards the city's financial integrity, and supports the delivery of essential public services to residents and businesses. And whereas Finance and Accounting Appreciation Week provides an opportunity to acknowledge and thank these financial stewards for their service to the City of Pima and the community it serves. Now therefore, I, Robin Collins, Mayor of the City of Pima, Texas, do hereby proclaim September 14th through 18th, 2025 as Finance and Accounting Appreciation Week in the City of Pima, and we encourage all residents to join in recognizing the valuable contributions of our finance and accounting professionals in ensuring the fiscal health of our community. Thank you both. Okay, next on the agenda are mayor comments. And just wanted to tell everybody, thank you for coming out tonight. And I've just got a few events I'd like to share with everybody. On Tuesday, September 23rd, our police department will host Coffee with a Cop at Tormenta. It'll be from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. And this is a great chance for our citizens to sit down with our officers, ask questions, and connect in a very, very casual setting. Then on Thursday, October 7th, we'll celebrate National Night Out. This is usually a big deal in the city. We're bringing it all in one place this year. It'll bring neighbors, law enforcement, and city staff together, and we'll get more details out on that, so stay tuned. Then later in the month, Saturday, October 25th, will be our Halloween Trunk or Treat. That'll be from 5:30 to 7:30 in the city parking lot. Again, it's usually a really big deal, and a lot of kids come out. The theme this year will be Addams Family Revival. I'd also like to recognize our Citizens Police Academy, which is currently underway. They are in their second week, and we have 15 citizens participating. This program is a wonderful way for our residents to learn more about law enforcement, build understanding, and strengthen community police relationships. And before I close, I want to thank Walmart here in Kemah for their generous donations of water, Gatorade, and snacks to our police department and our city staff. We appreciate Walmart's continued support and their commitment to be a true community partner with us. And thank you again for y'all coming out tonight. Next is our city council comments, and we'll start with Councilman Dustin Oliver tonight.
Thank everybody for coming out. I don't have anything else, Mayor.
Councilman Doug Meisinger.
Councilman Doug. Nothing for me. Let's get it going.
Councilman Wallace.
You stole my thunder.
Oh,
Thanks
back it up
everyone
again.
thanks for everyone coming out, and along the same lines of what she said about the Citizens Police Academy. If you get a chance to do it in the next cycle, I'd strongly encourage it. It was really, really good the first night, so I look forward to the next 4, and I appreciate everything y'all are doing for us.
And Councilman Saldana.
Make it work.
Okay, y'all made that easy tonight. Next, we will turn it over to the city administrator's report, Cesar Cedeno. Cesar Garcia, what am I talking about?
Baseball player.
Baseball player, great baseball
I
player.
have a cold. Y'all are gonna have to bear with me. I think my head is disconnected tonight.
It's early, so that's
Oh,
going to be my favorite
I'm
part of the meeting today.
I'm sorry, Darren, do you have any comments you'd like to make?
Enjoying Costa Rica.
Sunglasses are a nice touch. Okay. Caesar, my apologies.
I've been called way worse. That's a legendary
I
baseball
don't know
player.
where my brain is.
fielders in Nashville history.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nothing to
I
report
need to
tonight.
slow down. The agenda's long and I'm trying to go
Nothing,
fast.
nothing to report tonight, Mayor. Everything is going to be on the agenda that we're going to discuss.
Okay, thank you. Any reports from staff that's present? Okay. Next on the agenda is our consent agenda, and that would be a consent for 10A to approve the minutes of our 8/2025 City Council Workshop Meeting, and 10B to approve the minutes of the 08/2025 City Council Regular Meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Doug Meisinger, a second by Councilman Lee Wallace. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Both of those carry unanimously. At this time, we will close the regular meeting to hold a public hearing on action items 11A and 11B. So we will close the meeting at 6:08 PM and reopen the public hearing at 6:08 PM. 11A, hold a public hearing on the City of Kima's fiscal year 2025-2026 proposed annual budget. And we did not have anyone sign up for the public comments. Is there anyone that was overlooked in the audience? Seeing none, we will move on to mayor and council deliberations or comments. Do I hear any from any of our councilmen? None. We need to have a roll call vote on this, Ryan?
Yes, please.
So if you know what the budget is based on the contents of the packet. Isaac, could we start with you for the roll call?
Yes.
And Councilman Wallace,
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Meisinger,
Yes.
Councilman Oliver,
Yes.
and Councilman Broadus.
Yes, ma'am.
All were affirmative, so motion carries. We will now close the 11A public hearing at 6:10 PM and reopen the 11B public hearing at 6:10 PM. A public hearing on the City of Kima's fiscal year 2025-2026 proposed tax rate of 0.199. Again, we did not have anyone sign up from the public to make any comments or questions. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to do so at this time? Ryan?
There's 1 9 missing on that. It's 0.1999.
Okay, 0.1999. I'm assuming that's a typo.
Yes, ma'am.
So no public comments. Are there any council comments or considerations, discussion? Seeing none, we will also do a roll call on this tax rate of 0.1999. And this time I will start with Councilman Darren Broadus,
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Dustin Oliver,
Yes.
Councilman Doug Meisinger,
Yes.
Councilman Lee Wallace,
Yes, ma'am.
and Councilman Isaac Saldana.
Yes.
All councilmen voted in favor, and that also carries unanimously. We will now close the public hearing 11B at 6:11 PM and reopen the regular meeting back up at 6:11 PM. Number 12 is next on the agenda. 12A, consideration and possible action to approve an agreement with the University of Houston for the Kima Beacon project. And Caesar, would you like to introduce that
Sure.
subject?
Certainly. We have Professor Peters here should any questions be necessary. The item before you tonight is simply the mechanism in which we would perform the transactions for the actual finishing of the project. Project, as you know, is already on the way. It's already been approved through KCDC and through council to proceed. What we're bringing for you tonight is the actual mechanism with an agreement through an MOU with the University of Houston to fund the actual expenses, should there be any more. Right now, we're very pleased to report, according to the projected budget, that they are well below budget. And they're considering to still get more donations. Everything is in the packet, was available to you and for public view. We're hereby considering support of this MOU being passed tonight.
Are there any councilman comments or questions for Caesar, or we have U of H here too, so.
I'll make a motion to approve an agreement with the University of Houston for Kima Beacon Project.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Saldana and a second by Councilman Wallace. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Number 12B, consideration and possible action to approve ordinance 2025-02, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Kima, Texas, amending Chapter 38 entitled Environment of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Kima, Texas by adding a new Article 9 entitled Post-Construction Stormwater Runoff, providing for definitions, permit procedures, performance criteria, plan approval, and maintenance requirements, providing for enforcement, providing a repair clause, or a repealer clause, providing a severability clause, and providing an effective date.
Thank you, Mayor. We have our partners here from SPI. Mr. Mark Nessens is present should other questions arise. This is an item, requirement for MS4 permit through TCQ, part of the Texas Pollutant Discharge Elimination System. Obviously, it's the adoption of this ordinance allows us to be better stewards of post-construction stormwater, making sure that folks are in compliance. We were not necessarily in compliance yet because we did not have this literature. We're proposing for this to be the first reading, obviously, assuming that it passes tonight, then you'll have it again at your next meeting for second and final approval.
Did I read that this is commercial only? So
Yes.
is it residential also?
That is correct. However, did you want to address that, Mark?
Hi, I'm Mark Dessens with Schomburg. Well, we've prepared a stormwater management program for the city. Yes, it is really intended for commercial developments. The idea is to be sure that, sorry about that. Ensuring that stormwater runoff coming from a commercial development, say a parking lot or something like that, or service station, is not contaminated, does not contaminate the drainage system and ultimately the bay.
It's good for me. I move to approve ordinance 2025-02.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Lee Wallace, a second by Councilman Doug Meisinger. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? What was yours? Darren, can you repeat that? Okay. All are in favor. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. 12C, consideration and possible action to approve ordinance 2025-03, an ordinance regarding the City of Kima's Texas Municipal Retirement System benefits, authorizing an increase to the employee contribution rate.
Thank you, Mayor. This is bringing forward the language necessary for this ordinance. Obviously, this one will also have to go through 2 readings. This is for the TMRS retirement plan for the employees. Mr. Anthony Mills is online should any questions arise, but we're ready to ratify this and move this forward to bring back again for second reading September 17th.
So tonight's first reading,
Yes, ma'am.
17th second.
Yes, ma'am.
Does council have any questions or comments? I think this was basically what y'all chose at the last meeting.
Yeah, I kind of went through this with,
Okay.
pretty good detail.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 2025-03.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Dustin Oliver to approve and a second by Councilman Doug Meisinger. All those in favor?
Aye.
And Darren is also a yes. 12C also is approved unanimously. 12D, consideration and possible action to approve resolution 2025-34. A resolution to express support for Phase 2 Lower Clear Creek and Dickinson Bayou Watershed 203 feasibility study to culminate with the creation of a list of projects and funding options to address flooding and its devastating impacts. This is a project that would go on to 2028 and
Yes, ma'am.
about a $3 million project, I think.
Yes, ma'am. This would be a multi-agency project. League City is taking the lead on it. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, City of Friendswood, City of League City, Harris County, Galveston County, and their drainage district are all involved as far as planning partners. We are one of the cities that would be affected. They're asking for our support, not necessarily financial, but more instead to make sure that we support this second phase going through. Project started in 2018. Was solidified, officially launched in end of 2019. Phase 1 was completed in 2022. We are now at completion of Phase 2 and ready to take care of the actual cost estimates that are necessary to proceed with the finalization of Phase 2. They're asking for our support not in dollars, but more in saying that we support the project.
Okay, I make a motion to approve resolution 2025-34.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Doug Meisinger in 2 seconds.
Yep.
By
Good time.
Councilman Lee Wallace and Councilman Dustin Oliver. All those in favor?
Aye.
And Darren is a yay. So motion also carries unanimously. Okay, 12E, consideration and possible action to approve the 2025 pay scale for the Kemah Police Department. And I guess that Chief is here to speak to any questions or concerns.
Is this why there's so many cops in the room?
Yeah, when it comes to money, they show up.
Bless you.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Before you start, I want to add that I am the only bilingual council member. Where's my pay?
All in favor?
I'm begging for a stipend.
Hey,
Just for the sake of this project, PD has been working on this pay scale to have some type of baseline that we can incorporate. As we know, pay has become very competitive amongst law enforcement. We were in support of trying to not only attract, but also retain top talent for as long as we possibly can. We understand that we are not at the liberty of some other cities that have deeper resources. However, we do know that our public safety is of major concern. So what we're doing here tonight is proposing this phase plan that would allow us to have a pay scale that takes every single officer through their journey of their time here. The only real additions or subtractions to the plan incorporate the fact that we're actually putting it on paper. That's the only real difference. And it is a scalable program that allows there to be an increase in pretty much a step plan. So what we're asking for tonight is creation and adoption of this as your step plan for your police officers' pay scale.
My only question is this calculated in the budget run?
This is currently calculated within the budget. Yes, sir.
That was my question, if it's in our upcoming budget numbers.
Yes.
so you're wanting to introduce paying police cadets?
Yes, sir.
Well, that could get really costly.
Well,
There's a reason why we're looking at that. The only time we would have a cadet would be if we had a vacancy. So we wouldn't need any cadets if we didn't have any vacancies. We're trying to incorporate this as a way to make sure we have a recruitment pipeline and try to get folks involved. So right now, for example, we have, let's say we had 4 vacancies. We can't take more than 4 cadets. And they would also have to sign an agreement, as other cities have done with their cadet programs, that would make it mandatory for them to be here for a certain amount of time, or there would be some type of repayment for their studies or whatever it was that we were covering.
And you don't necessarily have to fill all of those vacancies with cadets. It could be with
Laterals.
lateral moves.
That is
or
correct.
People from other
If
departments.
we're in a bind and that's what's available, that's what we'll go for. But if we have people wanting to come work here and we don't need to do a cadet, then we won't. We just wanted to, after discussion with Caesar, let's put it in there, look at this program. As you know, we have a cadet in the program now. And we had a mutual agreement at one time, except when you go into the academy and out of 15 cadets that are in there, 11 of them are being sponsored and paid for by their departments. It's the new trend. That's where they're going. Seabrook has theirs and they're being paid. Texas City has theirs and they're being paid. Dickinson has one and they're being paid. It's the direction they're going in. And when I tell you, if you look at the scale, it's very minimal. It's just enough to keep them going so they can eat while they're in the academy. It's not a lot of pay. I think it comes out to $12.50 an hour. Not much that we're asking. And to get a 3-year commitment out of these folks.
The program would not cost any more than what we're currently budgeted for. So for example, if we're budgeted for 20, the only time we would send an actual cadet through the program, we were at least with 1 vacancy. So actually it would be a cost savings instead of hiring somebody that cadet would be paid for or slightly compensated during the time that they're in school.
Only if it's an opening. If we don't have an opening, we won't do it. So you're basically paying $12.50 instead of a full pay. You'd pay an officer of almost $30 an hour.
Well, I'm always in favor of hiring the best and retaining the best. And if no one else has anything to say, do you? Okay. Okay. No, I don't mind it. Well, I do mind, but.
Yeah.
On the cadet thing, I'm fine with it, but what the, you said it's a 3-year commitment?
Yes, sir.
And so let's say they don't do it. How do you make that?
That's going to be something we're going to have this man over here to the right draw up, where you'd have to return that pay and uniforms. You don't have that happen very often when you have to repay something. If not, it ends up being a suit.
Turn in the uniforms too?
And not only turn them in, if there's any damage, he has to pay for them. Anything we put into him, he has to return back to us and pay us
Well,
back.
in this instance, it could be a benefit because the 1 uniform probably can make 2 uniforms.
Yeah. Yes, it's definitely a 2 uniform. We're struggling with that as
Oh, I
we
think
speak.
so, yeah.
I have no idea who he's talking about.
Also, tell me how you determined the step pay. How did you come up with that?
Okay, so if you look at the years of service that we have here, that right now, other than our dispatcher, Kelly, who's been here 35 years, the highest next one is actually Lieutenant Torres, 9 years. Unfortunately, a department this size, you're only looking to retain people 10 years at the most. Hopefully we get lucky and they stay here. So you're trying to give them a little something every year during the time they're here to try to keep them here. Bigger agencies have spread out over a 20-year deal. So we're not that big. We don't have 300 cops, 500 cops. This is the best way to retain people when the pay that we're paying doesn't compete with other agencies. So here we give them a little something every year. It means a lot to them, believe it or not. It's only a 2% bump. 2% means a lot to
I was
them.
going to ask you, like, what's the formula? It's 2% each year?
2% each year, yes,
So
sir.
whenever we budget every year, we're talking about giving a COLA raise, right?
That's right.
Is that this? Is that what this is?
No.
This would be
No.
that would be separate. This is
So
totally.
if we got a COLA, they get that plus this.
No.
No. He'll add 1% onto the 2%, so even out.
Gotcha.
So no, good question, though. No, we don't get the 2 plus the 3. We wish. All in favor?
I tried.
But yeah, but we have a good team in place, Councilman, and they appreciate everything y'all are doing for them. They really do.
And also, since there was a mention of some of these items that are down here, as far as what would be incentives, yes, there is compensation for some of those incentives that has become increasingly competitive amongst other agencies. This also incentivizes folks to be able to do more. Maybe it's learn a second language. Maybe it's going back to school and getting their degree. Maybe it's getting their intermediate peace officer's license or any other certifications in the future. If and when we have, I don't know, different task forces or different things that they might join, then there may be another stipend that we may introduce at that time. The point is for us to attract, retain, train the absolute best folks that we can in our public safety department.
Any
Not-
other
not gonna-
questions or comments?
Not going to steal your thunder, Lee. You going to make this motion or am I?
He didn't hear you.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2025 pay scale. for
Did you
the
ask
police department.
Isaac first?
No, I asked you and you ignored me.
Okay, I think we have a motion formally on the floor by Councilman Dustin Oliver. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Councilman Lee Wallace. All those in favor?
Aye.
And Darren is a yes, so this motion carries unanimously as well.
Thank you so much. And Mayor, if you don't mind, Jordan's here and our 7'3" cadets in the academy. We're very excited. He's doing very well, carrying about a 92 average. And we were very fortunate tonight that Fox 26 came out and did a story on Jordan's journey, and it'll be showing tonight at 9 p.m. So I wanted him to come by.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Well, welcome, Jordan. Next on the agenda is 12F, consideration and possible action to approve an MOU with the Lions Club number 11-8893.
Thank you, Mayor. This is just formalizing the agreement with Lions Club. Lions Club is very involved in a lot of our city events. They do support us in a lot of different endeavors, whether it's through volunteer efforts or through fundraising efforts, or if it's maybe even just baking goods for us to have during different events. This is a tentative list of events. It does not include all of them, but because other events may come up in the future. But this was a way for us to memorialize our agreement with one another and to really move forward with any tasks that are possible.
Any questions or comments from council members?
Dustin, aren't you involved in the Lions Club?
I am a Lion. I am not a member of the Kima Lions Club, but I am in a neighboring club just up the road in League City.
But you're a citizen.
That is a very true statement, Councilman.
One thing that I want to mention years ago, and I don't know if they can do this or not, but I just want to mention it. Years ago, a group, I don't know if it was them or who it was, they would actually host a Thanksgiving dinner at the community center. And it was one of the most well-attended Thanksgiving dinners I had seen anybody put on. Do you remember that? Shirley, do you remember that? It was really cool. And then people would come make really great food, and then a lot of people, like there's people that would come show up
Kelly
that were
Lee.
that were
Kelly
here
Williams.
visiting from out of town. I mean, it was well attended, and it just, I don't know who did it, but if the Lions Club could do that, I think that'd be awesome, because it was very, very well participated.
I will certainly take that back to their leadership and discuss that.
Kelly Williams mentioned that to me last year, but it was way too close to Thanksgiving when she mentioned it. So she might have more insight on that based on her, bringing it up.
Certainly. We're more than happy to bring that to them.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, don't know about it, is
Sylvia.
Sylvia Streeter is online, so ask her.
I will certainly
She
ask
certainly
her.
made cookies for that thing.
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to approve an MOU with the Lions Club number 11-8893.
I have a motion by Councilman Dustin Oliver to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Councilman Lee Wallace. All those in favor?
Aye.
And Darren is also in favor. So 12F carries unanimously as well. Since the posting of this agenda, Chief has had a couple of other opportunities come available, and he asked me to,
You skip G.
oh,
12G.
sorry. Okay. 12G, consideration and possible action to approve an MOU with Gulf Coast Transit District.
Thank you, Mayor.
Sure.
We've got a representative from Gulf Coast Transit District on, should any questions be available or necessary. Ms. Lacey Hernandez is on. If you remember, we brought this for you before we even got into the budget process, making sure that there was an appetite and an interest. This MOU is to bring this project forward, assuming that we have budget approval. The reason for bringing it forward tonight and not waiting till the 17th is we want to make sure we have enough time to ramp up the program so it can actually start in time for October 1st. So we can make sure that there's a vehicle available, make sure that there's drivers available, so on and so forth. So what we're asking for you tonight is to enter into this interlocal agreement. Remember, these funds are being paid for with 1/3 coming out of KCDC, 1/3 coming out of HOT, 1/3 coming out of city funds. The intent is to help folks get to work, to and from work, The intent is to make sure that we have folks that are able to use it when they come visit through our neighboring hotels, and we'll make sure that we push it through our hotels, but also to help our residents and our seniors get to and from, including our veterans who may need to get to their VA appointments. The total cost is $30,000. We did go to Clear Lake Shores, met with their EDC in an attempt to see if they would like to share these costs. They denied at this time, but said that we'd consider in the future. So at this time, we would be responsible for the full amount.
Any questions or comments by council?
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion by Councilman Isaac Saldana to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Councilman Dustin Oliver. All those in favor?
Aye.
And Darren is also an aye. So this motion with the MOU with what? No, where am I? MOU with Gulf Coast Transit District is approved unanimously as well. Now, Chief has had a couple of other opportunities come available since the posting of this agenda. He's asked me to table the next item, and he will bring this back to City Council at a further date. 12I, consideration and possible action and possible adoption, the City of Kemah social media policy. And I believe that Patty is here, who could probably answer most any question you might have with regard to this or Caesar.
As Patty approaches, remember, we brought this back to you as a draft, I want to say 2 months ago. We asked for comments. Figured that enough time had passed, and we want to move this forward so we can make sure that we're hitting in stride for the new fiscal year. So this would be the draft that we're asking for your adoption tonight.
Did anybody submit any changes from the last time we talked about this?
No, no. It's a pretty standard policy. The Texas Association of Municipal Information Officers, TAMIO, basically we have a template that is posted on our Facebook page, and we go through and everybody kind of uses the same template, and then it's kept up with best practices, and then we go in and modify it as needed for our individual communities.
This doesn't have anything to do with personal sites. It's only the city's.
Right. This just pertains to the cities.
Number 10, talk about their personal use.
Well, it would be, do I understand that correctly, that it would be you posting to it or someone on staff posting?
Correct.
To your question, 10 actually says, addresses their personal use of social media on their personal.
You're responsible when using personal, yeah.
Would you flip down to it, Natasha?
Which one?
10.
And I have no problem with it. I don't have a problem with it.
I'm sorry.
So I have a problem with it. Staff doesn't have a problem with it. I mean, you're not regulating my social media, you're regulating else.
It's pretty standard.
Make a motion to approve the City of Kemah social media policy 2025-2028.
So we have a motion by Councilman Dustin Oliver to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Councilman Doug Meisinger. All those in favor?
Aye.
And Darren is yes as well. So motion carries unanimously. 12J, consideration and possible action to approve interlocal agreement with Kemah Volunteer Fire Department.
Thank you, Mayor. Chief Robert Zuniga is here tonight, should you have any specific questions. The approach on this is to have the fire department assume fire marshal duties for the city. In doing so, it also includes the annual inspections, certificates of occupancy, special event inspections, re-inspections, and pretty much all the galore of inspections and pre-development meetings that we would need. This item has already gone to consideration to the ESB. where they have approved this agreement that you see before you. It is being brought to you tonight for your consideration. In tune with that as well, one thing that is being considered as part of this agreement is also the fact that in the past, we had carried the actual benefits for the actual fire chief through our fire department. In this case, the idea would be to continue doing so or to reassert that, have that so they can be part of TMRS. We would then bill them on a monthly basis as to whatever those benefits would have cost. So the expenses are well aligned. Actually, they're slightly under what we're currently paying for our fire marshal fees. And it does include all of the ADUs or short-term rentals as well being inspected. So this is up to 356 inspections per year, which is more than the approximately 313 businesses that we have. So we accumulated for an increase also happened. If you notice, the total fee for this would be roughly $30,000 a year. This would be a pretty significant cost savings compared to our current services.
Chief, I know we talked about this at the ESB meeting, but I'll ask you again here. I know the answer to it, but just for everybody in the crowd and those that may be online. This is picking up a lot of work for the fire department. And I just want to make sure and everybody understands that you're not the only person certified in the department to do inspections. You have staff or members of the VFD that are capable of doing this when you're not available. There's only one of you in so many hours in the day. So just to.
Correct. We have more than, so probably at least 5, so, and then it'll just be spaced out strategically. However, it comes out to about 6 to 7 inspections a week, so.
This makes me very happy. I love this. This is one of those items that I love seeing. This is how it should be.
It's more work, but it's something that we should be doing.
Yeah.
We have that all around. It increases our situational awareness and it'll be good.
Absolutely.
God forbid we have an emergency that we need fire to report, then it's best if they've already been in the building and inspected the building.
I'll make a motion to approve the interlocal agreement with the Kima Volunteer Fire Department.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Dustin Oliver, a second by Councilman Doug Meisinger. All those in favor?
Aye.
And Darren is aye as well. Motion carries unanimously. We will now adjourn the regular meeting at 6:31 for an executive closed session.
Hey, Darren, you can log off and then when y'all are done, log back on. Caesar's going to call you on his cell phone.
I know. Dick Gregory put that together. Dick Gregory put that together.
Sandwich from McDonald's?
Always somebody.
Okay.
There's McDonald's right here. Up in Seabrook? Okay. South Shore?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So you wouldn't, you couldn't combine residential area.
Yeah, if you had, like, if someone built a house or improved a house, that is.
Okay.
And we would put it in period, I believe, that if the entire, someone like 50% of the house is common, then.
Okay.
It's really good.
Makes sense. The reason I ask is I live in Kingwood, Boston, and I was wondering if that's, I really fell under the same guideline. This version.
Oh, exactly. It is being a new subdivision.
Yes, sir.
And so, yeah, I mean, I'll look that up and see.
Okay,
Mom said he loves.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you.
He's like, no.
They are. It's okay.
So thank you for
Good,
that.
I'm glad. But if there's anything else I can do, let me know.
Of course.
And of course, I get to do the
Yeah, no, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm sitting there and 9 times out of 10 it's already open. So things are changing something or doing something, so it's just easy for me to do. So you can tell me exactly where to go.
Yeah, just wanted to try to make sure I point in the right
It's
direction.
perfect. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So are you driving back to Houston?
The Halloween. Yes, I got
Thank you.
Halloween. This one was remembered in the.
Cookies is really good.
I get home.
I was told, it was funny,
So excited.
there was another one that's like kind of seafood version.
Uh-huh.
So I thought we were
Dying all the way down.
Yeah, that's different, that's not here yet, and then I realized, oh, wait, there's
So
two.
it's the same people that are cookies.
Because I'm forgetting bakery and yellow blood sugar and.
Oh, they all.
Make like everything.
I was hungry. So that was like one street down, right?
And I knew as soon as I started working, I was going, my phone rang, I called on the phone before.
Give me a burger. That's all you have, that's all you have. Give me a burger.
My brother would hate it when they orders food.
Look at the end of the year, project that they have funds, so it's already earmarked. Remember, because otherwise. it's going back to the
Roll it
general-
to the next year?
Yeah, because otherwise it's gonna go back into the general fund.
Projects.
Can I just say a little bit?
Yeah, headache later,
Yep,
so. sometimes-
and the possibility that they, that somebody decides they want to increase it. You don't like hearing that, because you almost change.
Have you heard of all that craziness in Pasadena? Where they had like, they started like I can't remember the original number, but then they had like, has balloon, like 30 something more. than
Yeah, that was for their conventions.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, and you know what I'm saying, I see on the front page of Facebook, citizens have brought that up about, and you have that possibility with any long-term project, scope, inflation, costs, so, you know, it's not to be taken lightly.
I think when they, like, when we built the fire station in Texas City, it was supposed to be like $6 or $7 million, and it'd be like 11.
Well, you know, that and because I'm a numbers person, I did notice that they'd already put $100,000, and budget's approved now, so. But they put $100,000 aside for the, you know, convention, play, whatever you want to call it. They already marked $100,000. They want to line.
For the,
I don't know what they want to call it, that project.
yeah, I think they had that money that last year, so they're this year. I'm already in next year with my brand. That's all I'm looking at. So. but-
What are you gonna find, what are you gonna bring, you're gonna, the artist's gonna bring the shapes
Uh,
for.
the auditors asked for
We have the
a new
auto one, we
report
can just hang up.
back to that. Like, they were, wanted some different information.
Spider-Man?
So, we're still working on it.
Consider looking at a different auditor.
You know, well, we had a problem with our operating system, because, that has been fixed here in the last few weeks. So, but I thought we were done with everything but that. And they keep asking me questions about things that don't involve that. And I'm like, well, what do you want?
Because they, depending on who they put on the engagement, they may be putting, because it's a smaller entity, putting, you know.
Well, we're gonna have to call.
But check out, Compost Trans they used. They were very impressive. When they gave their audit report. And they are even planning for like things that go on, and they're small like us. So the scope of the revenues of the client, I assume, such, never heard of them.
So I think we got a year or two left on their contract. But we're gonna have to talk when this is done, before we start. the next.
Okay. I need
So we've already
to,
sent information.
I said I need to create like a Kiva background for in here.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see what it was? I was like, what is this?
So,
I can make you a couple that say, you know, council is an executive session. But you can just nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
I gotta.
No, I just need like a background.
At a certain point, I have to.
Like something other than
And they
whatever that
And
is.
then all like the flowers or whatever, yeah. I thought it was cute. But yeah.
I know, but I was like moving screens around. I was like, oh, because it just auto picks like whatever it is.
So, we did that, because we were televising, you know, but we were streaming, but because we were televising, we put something that had like, you know, councils and it's an executive session.
I'm documenting a lot of things.
Yeah.
A council meeting, a little thing that said, you know,
I have to tell you about, I have to tell you about something later because I have an idea. But I don't want to.
There was a
announce it
city-
publicly yet.
there was a city that had a video too that they showed before, what would say in silence or something, so.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Okay.
I'll tell you tomorrow. Remind me.
No, they have put it up here, because remember I told you they had the organization and, findings that they had to, but they've already got, they included a plan for them to, yes, that the accounting service did the plan for them to get out of the hole, make, and they have to be very careful because they're talking federal dollars. And that's a whole nother ball. So if they're that efficient, then they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the federal dollars. I'm glad we don't live in that world. So,
But that's what I'm saying, they have that kind of expertise to, get them compliant and have a plan for them and say, okay, this is how we can show them that this is what we're doing, we're addressing, I mean, oh, okay. It was very impressive.
that's awesome.
And I think the rates were, they weren't out there.
Yeah. Y'all are federal, we don't want you, y'all. But they want to do it, they only got 2 people with for.
But the thing is, and how widely is it disseminated? Because they're, you know, some of those, lists, only like the big people even subscribe to. And it never hurts, hey, if you done some, hey, check it out, see if you want bid, like for instance, on the, cleaning contract, I heard left and right, oh, nobody wants to bid it, and nobody, no, not the cleaning, sorry, the lawn service. Nobody wants to bid it, and I'm like, excuse me, well, they had about 6 or 7 bids, but the idea was they didn't want to think no more. And I was, in my opinion, they didn't want to give it up to the people that had it.
I don't.
Because
he goes.
Oh, nobody wants to put it out.
It's a baby dog.
People like freedom, all them car rides. It's all good. My dog's tearing up. Bubble wrap.
Some pop rolls.
That's like that middle window in the back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was coming back from the vet. He was hanging his head up back from the vet.
Is your dog one of those dogs that when they go to the vet, they come, you trick them in, oh, we're going for a walk, and then if they knew they were going to the vet, you have to drag them.
He's only been there once with us. So,
So he's not vet shy yet.
yeah, no. He is the goofiest dog I've ever seen too. I was laying on the bed and he's not supposed to get on the bed and our bed's up high. And he had jumped up on it. He jumped up and he was kind of trying to shove off. So he went in front of me and there was a scrunchie on the desk next to the bed and he grabbed that scrunchie and I took it away from him, a hair scrunchie. And I put my hair in it like this and made it get off the bed. And then a couple minutes later, he jumps back up on the bed and grabs it, just slides it right out of my hair without even pulling my hair. And he does and runs in the living room. And he's sitting in the living room with it in his mouth, and his mouth is shut so you can't see it. And I'm not getting it. He's like, look here. So I got a treat, and all of a sudden that scrunchie fell to the floor. He's only 8 months old though, so he's in
Oh, you have plenty of time to train.
Yeah, he starts puppy school.
So good. You'd be amazed at the number of people that have no clue that that's really, you can't, just look online, YouTube, they really do.
Well, and he lived with some puppy trainers for a while, so he knows a lot of stuff. Yeah, he knows a lot of stuff, but right now he'll only do it if you give him treats. And so now we've got to teach him,
Like the clicker.
yeah, we've got to move him off of treats and onto doing it because he's supposed to.
Yeah, here it is. Creative agreements, $100,000.
I'm okay with that. You put that in the group chat? What is he doing? What is he doing?
So still.
Lord.
Do you see him tap the duck underneath that doorway?
I know Mom will get to reach stuff I can't reach. And the dog can't reach. I'll be like, hey, friend.
Like, can you reach down there and grab that for me?
I'll be like, I'll get the low stuff, get the high stuff.
Y'all see the bird on the trees as well?
Yeah, I can see that. Shame.
And they've been there so long. They've been there over 5 years. They had survived COVID.
I think I went there once or twice.
And it's been recent because I was there maybe a month ago. Wow. Hopefully though, because the space was modified, it would be pretty easy to find someone that wants, because it's already, quote, set up like kitchen, the goods, those
Yeah.
kind of things.
Makes it easier to.
If you can get a light,
Look on the bird migration. Expected hummingbird leaders have. But it's up, I mean, it shows. Oh, yeah, I just press the button, shut it, button, had to be, it just went to sleep.
You got to sneak in behind the wall.
I would love to have this. But I don't. Things. Well, because I do a lot of like audio and shopping and stuff, so it'd be nice to have like my garbage disposal and stuff where I could just not, just scoop stuff in. I also want a hot filler on my stove. I put it separate from my stove top. And there's those things, that it's like a faucet that's right up through the stove. And my house has the PEX piping, and the PEX box is right on the other side of the wall in the laundry room, so it's just a matter of running one and putting the faucet. I'm trying to get cousin new for 13 years. Next time his dad comes to visit, I'll mention it to his dad, and his dad will make it a project.
And your husband will join in, because it is one's dad.
Yes.
And what mine's him, if you like the police.
It's cold blooded.
What?
It's cold blooded.
Well, if your father, so, okay, is your father or his father?
His dad.
Okay, so if your dad came over and did something your wife wanted done, would you feel guilty and kick him?
He tried to keep his dad from messing it up.
Take her to New Orleans. Take her to New Orleans. Maybe I'll make it to some practice.
Tap on the door. Wrap.
The survey says.
Who is it?
Same kind, we keep looking, I don't know.
I think they're just checking to see if they're back in session. Probably might go in and get a coat.
Oh. They don't have a little
They
refrigerator
do.
back there?
They do. And they have people that bring them stuff.
Mark,
Yes.
That's crazy. It's a China class.
Yeah. No,
Is that a Southern class?
I think so, because that's what they call it. That's what they call it, but they look different. The China cabinets are usually more advanced, and the plastics are usually a little more.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
that's why we had China class.
My,
That's different than Southern.
yeah, my father-in-law is in Kentucky and, has a house that was built in like 1865.
So that's a young house.
Yeah, yeah. Compared to my mom's hometown, it is definitely. My mom's hometown, has a parade.
All right.
All
All right. Jerry, what about
What?
that? I had to talk to you.
Oh, you going to the principal's
Yeah, it
office?
They call me funny, said,
Yeah, the mic on.
Michelle, I love you for telling me. See that?
I'm just letting you know.
Thank you, I appreciate you having my back. Should be there.
Hey, how are you? You know, it's so funny. You know,
I was trying to ignore.
real property. So they're going to. I don't know. They're gonna come, they're gonna cost them whoever it is, or whatever it is, $100,000, that's just. From the city, if it's anything, we're gonna have to pay for it. Oh, wow. Great.
All the checks are signed.
It's like,
It's closed.
Oh, with them.
Yeah, your camera ready? You ready? Okay. No.
I'm trying to take you to, Texas City wants to do a training video with Jordan Davenport with 10. Yeah. They want to do the skies the limit, that kind of deal.
I will call the city council meeting back to order at 7:36 PM. And we do not have any action items to take from executive session. If there is no other comments or anything, we'll adjourn the meeting. We are adjourned at 7:37. There went Darren.
Yeah, virtual Darren is not there. Are you gonna lock the door? You need me to. Huh?
You didn't hesitate, bro.
There we go.
So I had it ready.
Yeah.